The following is a short tutorial on how to set up a D2L Dropbox folder to collect assignments inside of D2L. To start, you can either go to Course Tools and find Dropbox there, or you can click on the app icon and go straight into it here. Once inside here, you can click on New Folder to create a folder to collect the submissions. Under the Properties tab, you can set the name for the folder, so we're going to call this Essays. Right underneath Essays, there is an originality check. This will send it to Turnitin to review for plagiarism. Following that, you can see folder type. You can have an individual submission folder, or if you have groups set up in D2L, you can set it up so it can be handed in by one group. Categories allow you to create a category for each type of assignment you're collecting. So say you wanted a category for major writing assignments. Just click Save. Then underneath here, if you're using the grades tool, you could set up a new grades item. If you have the grades item previously set up, you could select it here. You can also set a mark. So if you want to mark this out of 100, you may. You can add a rubric to it. So if you have rubrics pre-generated, you could select the rubric that you wanted. So we'll take this rubric and you could add it, and you can also give instructions. So in the instructions, you might want to tell them what type of file you would like them to hand it in as. It is suggested that you hand it in as a mainstream type of file, such as a PDF or Word document, so that it's easily opened on the other side. And if you scroll back to the top, you're going to see that there's also restrictions. Restrictions are important because these allow you to set the opening and end date for the Dropbox. So if you want to start it on a certain date and end it on a certain date, you may. But it also allows you to set a due date. So if you wanted to set that due date for, say, next week at a certain time, you may do that. What's good about that is it adds it straight to the calendar, and as well, when the assignment's handed in, you'll be able to see how many days late it is. If you scroll down, you are able to do release conditions and allow special access for users. These would be used if you only want certain people to be able to view and submit to the Dropbox, or if you wanted to give extensions in terms of a particular user for a certain reason, you may. But once you do that, you just save and close, and you'll see that when you go back, you'll see that your category is major writing assignments, and there's the Dropbox for essay. Now when it comes to having the students submit the essay, a nice way to do it is to add it to news. So I'll show you, instead of having students click on Dropbox and go in there and find it, you can create a new news item. Inside a new news item, you could say you have to have a title, so we're going to say essays due, and then inside here you could say please submit to Dropbox below. And it's nice because they allow you to, through the quick link button right here, it searches inside every tool in D2L. So you'll see there's Dropbox, and once you come in here, you're going to see there's the Dropbox that you created called essays, and the student can now click on that and go to that essay. So when I publish that, and it becomes part of my news feed, so when I go in here, you'll see that there it is. If we view this from a student perspective, and then we go in, when the student clicks on it, they'll go straight into that folder. You'll see that any due dates you've set or any instructions you've set, rubrics will be there. And what students do from there is they click on add a file. When they click on add a file, they can choose from a variety of locations to submit that file from. Once they've selected where they want to submit it from, they're going to go to upload. They're going to find that file that they'd like to submit, select it. They're going to open it. Remember, it's important to open common files like PDFs or Word documents, and then they're going to add it. After that, they can write a comment in here if they wish, and then they would just submit it to the Dropbox. And then click Done. Now, once the students have submitted their files to the D2L Dropbox, the teacher will be able to go into Dropbox and open those files and assess them accordingly. Thank you for watching this short tutorial on how to use D2L Dropbox folders to collect assignments.